Hey guys, how's it going? Jadato0616 here with a Malphite commentary video for the jungle. Malphite, I have been absolutely loving here lately. He's usually been one of my favorite champs, but he's kind of fallen on the back seat since, the Mundo craze. Nocturne's becoming pretty popular here lately. For some reason, Shaco's not been getting banned. So I've been picking him up whenever possible. And Malphite is very flexible on many accounts. And one thing I love about Malphite is that you can start him many different ways. You can start him kind of more of a ganking type Malphite with boots and 3 pots. You can kind of start him with kind of the Philosopher's Stone build that most tanks take with a regrowth pendant and a health pot, or you can start him Cloth 5 for, extra tankiness. I usually go Boots 3, but for this game it looks like I went Cloth 5. The reason he's so flexible is because of his passive. If you don't know what his passive is, it is called Granite Shield. Each time Malphite doesn't take damage for 10 seconds, he summons a rock shield around him that absorbs 56 damage. 10% of his maximum health becomes to the shield, so it becomes extremely tanky late game. Also, another good reason to start Cloth 5 is because it actually adds to the damage of his ground slam ability. So the more armor you have, the harder you hit.
Minions have spawned.
Another great reason why I absolutely love Malphite is because he's actually honestly a pretty fast jungle player. He's not a Mundo, he's not a Shyvana. He's nowhere near them in terms of jungle clear, but he is extremely quick. So the abilities we start with Ground Slam at level 1. We start with Brutal Strikes at 2. And at level 3, we get to make a decision, once again, like most jungles. If you are able to gank, take Seismic Shard. You absolutely need Seismic Shard. That's the one thing that people criticize Malphite most about, is that he doesn't have any ganking potential pre-6. I call bullshit on that, simply because Seismic Shard is a nice little cripple effect. It has a nice slow on it, it gives you a speed boost, and honestly, if you start Cloth 5, your Ground Slam hits extremely hard early game. So I usually take Seismic Shard at 3 or at level 4, depending on if I can gank. But if you do not take it at 3, get it at 4 regardless. If you do not take it at level 3, put your second point into Ground Slam. That is the ability we will be hitting level 5 with first. As I'm clearing the jungle, I see that our Renekton's getting ganked up top. So with that, I see that Mundo is running back to the second brush, so he's probably leaving. So I walk around thinking that we can get this Vlad. So I come up, I see the Renekton's there, and I think we wait for the second wave, and then I ping him to go. So he goes. To my surprise, the Mundo's still here, which is kind of weird. I didn't think he would wait for a gank that long. But we get the first blood on not on Mouth, but Mundo. And then hit Ground Pound, Seismic Shard to slow him. Be sure to save Seismic Shard as late as you possibly can. Like, either after a flash, or, when they're on the peak of getting away. just save it so they can't get away, and that gives you the speed boost. Because if you use it too early, the cooldown's long enough to where if it fades off and you don't get them, they will get away. So if you seismic shard them and they flash, they're pretty much already gone. So a good use of abilities there, and we end up snagging the double kill, 2 for 0. I mean, as you see right now, like, we just went through a brutal top phase with the double kill, came out with about 1/4 health, and because of my shield and bonus health pots, I'm already back up to basically full health and full mana because of the blue I stole from Mundo, which is absolutely awesome. I believe I was coming bottom for a gank here, but then realized that no one from our team was down here, so I ended up just going back to farming. And while I am in this, I didn't go over my runes. My runes are flat armor reds, flat armor yellows, magic resist per level blues, and I believe movement Quints. Looking at my speed, I'm at 339 without boots, so I think that's right. I'll have the for sure answer down in the comments below, or the description of the video. So I see our Ezreal's back, along with our Blitz, and I see that bot's pushed pretty far, so I want to go. We focus the Ashe, because as I've stated in other videos, I absolutely hate focusing the support. The reason you always want to focus the carry is because it gets them out of the lane and it cripples their farm. That is the absolute main reason if you gank bot, you want to go for the carry, because crippling their farm is everything, because ranged ADs become, you know, the most feared, you know, class in the entire game, late game. The reason I didn't stop there when I went into that brush was because if it's warded, they're automatically going to start falling back. So if you're in your tri-brush and you're about ready to gank, you want to go, you want to ping it early and not stop. Here I see the TF grossly overextended, and just fling my ult, and Victor's fed enough right now to where, you know, it's an easy guaranteed kill for us. So right now we're at level 6. We are 3-0-1, 34 CS, and we have 2200 gold in our bank. Not a bad start. I see all lanes pushed, and I know we just killed the TF, so I know after this blue, you know, basically nothing's going to be able to happen, and I need to go back and buy. Here we end up getting boots, we end up getting a glacial shroud, and we get another cloth armor. It looks like I am rushing, wow, what's that ability called? Frozen Heart, yes, that thing. Sorry guys, brain lapse there for a second. I see this TF being overly pushing on Victor, and I know our Victor's way more farm than he is, way more fed as well, so I want to wait here, but I realize that my ultimate is down, and then something just clicks in my head right here. I realize that they have a Mundo in the jungle, and I'm like, you know, he definitely got his blue buff second, so, you know, his blue's probably up, and since I gave mine to Victor, I figured, you know, let's try it. But they CV me, and their entire team's there. The TF chases, the Lulu meets us there, and, you know, fortunately enough, we were able to snag the TF because of a bad play he made. So Victor tries and help me. Ezreal flings it his ult our way as well. So we've just got complete map control right now. You know, we've got both blues, we've got timers on both blues. We've crippled the farm and the items of both TF and Ashe on their team. They're 2 carries. Vlad has been doing horrible top lane. Our Renekton's kept him on lockdown. So, you know, the team's in an amazing spot right now. We're only 10 minutes into the game. TF's ult goes out, and it looks like they are going after the Victor, who was able to get away from the looks of it. Here is probably the biggest mistake I make in the game. I saw them chasing the Victor, and I was kind of hoping and banking on them continuing to chase him, and I see the TF, so that's what I think. So I go and try for a counter jungle. And then the Mundo finds me, and so does the Vlad. The reason, and there's the fail flash, the reason that was a huge mistake on my part is because I tried to counter jungle without any support. You know, yes, my lanes were pushed, both top, mid, and bot, which is usually the safe bet, but I didn't have anybody to support me from mid lane. I didn't have anybody to support me from top lane. And when you're counter jungling, you need to make sure you have that, for the simple fact of what just happened. I mean, I probably would have been able to get out of that if I would have just waited for Victor to be mid, and, you know, his little stun area of effect thing probably would have saved me. And we might have been able to get a kill or 2 out of it. So that was complete, that was a dumb job on my part. So back to farming, I see our Victor's back, and our TF is pushing lane again. I have my ult this time, and so I'm definitely going to take it. Victor throws his little stun underneath him. Sorry guys, I really do not know what that's called. Victor is probably the champion I know about least in this game. But once again, easy, guaranteed kill. Figured while I'm farming, we'll go down here and watch some action, if anything happens. So as you see from our items, we finished off our Frozen Heart. We've got our boots. We are about 13 minutes into the game. The reason why I like Frozen Heart so much, yes, I realize it doesn't give me health for ganking, and all that fun stuff, but it does add a couple key features. It adds a lot of mana. That is huge on Malphite, because he's not overly mana dependent like in a Mumu, but he's pretty far up there. Like his ground pound and seismic shard take a sizable amount of mana along with unstoppable force. The next thing is it adds 99 armor, which is an amazing amount of armor, which helps with the damage of my ground slam. And the cooldown reduction for his ult is absolutely amazing. Here I see the Renekton's in a lot of trouble, and I go around the other way. The reason I kind of just stayed the other way is because if they would have turned on me there, they would have gotten the 2-for-1 because Renekton wouldn't have been able to turn around and help because his health was so low. So I actually decided to go back around this way and help to assist the Victor because I didn't know if they were going to jump on him or not. So I come back, we end up getting a Heart of Gold for the bonus health, which also adds to my health shield as well, and we get the gold for 5. I definitely screwed up in my item build. You know, no matter how farmed I got early game from all the kills and from all the farm, it probably still would have been best to snowball a little bit instead of going straight into my big item. I probably could have ended up getting, you know, a Heart of Gold and the Glacial Shroud. Or I could have gotten the Heart of Gold and a Kindle Gem for the cooldown reduction. But, you know, I chose to go with the, to rush the Frozen Heart. Kind of regretting that decision now, but, you know, the game still played out well for me. Bot goes down. There's nobody on the map, so it's kind of scaring us. We see Vlad, but we decide to go after the blue anyway. I don't know why Vlad didn't come try and defend this, especially with Mundo here. He had to see us run through, because we passed him right, you know, right in river. So both me and Victor end up snagging blue. Once again, you know, we've got complete blue control. We've had it since, you know, the second set of blues have popped up in the game. Gran and Mundo don't need it. You know, TF to a point doesn't need it because of blue card, but, you know, it is nice to sit there and cripple TF when possible, forcing him to use blue card. So right here we know Mundo and Vlad are here. We don't think it's warded because of how they're pushing right here. So Victor goes ahead and stays in brush. And now we definitely know it's not warded. I save my ult here waiting for them to group because I don't want to target one specific person. And for some reason, the 3 of them are targeting me and don't really get this. I use Unstoppable Force on Vlad, and he, of course, pulls at like the most perfect time to completely waste my ult. They never really grouped up for me there. So basically, when you get in a situation like that, you want to do one of two things. You want to throw shards out to the people that look like they're retreating or the carries. Like Vlad would have been a good one to shard there, because it would have slowed his movement speed down and his pull or his running speed. Another one would have been Mundo since he popped his ult. You know, obviously you could have went for the Ashe or the TF as well. But kind of want to save your ult, or if you want to pre-pop it, make sure you use it on a carry. Don't use it on Mundo or support or something like that. So I run through here seeing that there's a fight and I want to try and help our Ezreal. I know that both Lulu and Vlad are low, but I want to stay on the Ashe. Now, they're all grouped right here, and I probably could have used my ult there, but I chose not to. And I keep diving on the Lulu because I knew I was dead no matter what. You know, I was too far into the turret range to where, you know, I would have died either way. There's no way of me getting out. So I wanted to sit there and was hoping my team would realize that I'm tanking the turret and end up diving for the kill. So right now at 19 minutes, we've got Heart of Gold, we've got a Kindle Gem, we've got a Frozen Heart, and we've got Ninja Tabby, and an Ash Arrow to the face. Yeah, that's extremely sad, mildly disappointing, and hurt my feelings a little bit. But hey, free elo, so I'll take an Ash Arrow to the face. I'll take one for the team. And I believe that is it for this game. I think as soon as 20 minutes hits, they are going to do /FF, and the game is going to be over. So like I said, Malphite's extremely fun. He's extremely tanky. He's extremely versatile in how you start. You know, it's all just comfort food at that point. As always, you know, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to add me in game. My summoner name is no secret. I think I put it in all my descriptions. I put it, you know, obviously you can see it here. So, you know, if you guys ever have any questions on certain champions, I played just about every single jungle champion in the game. You know, I'm not too familiar with a few, but very, very few. So if you guys ever want to see a certain jungler that I haven't done yet, or if you want me to do another video of a jungler I have already done, or just have questions, you know, please feel free to ask me, whether it's, you know, private messages in the comments below, you know, anything of that sort. But thank you for watching, and have a great night, guys.